Fine. So we have seen this ECG. It's our AF atrial fibrillation as there is irregular rhythm and no P waves. Now let's go for the next ECG. Okay. The question is the rhythm regular or irregular? So let's focus on the RR interval here. Okay. So if you see the RR interval here, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2 and half, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, here again 1, 2, 3. So your RR interval is varying here. Okay, so what was our next step when RR interval is varying, the rhythm is irregular? Next step is to look for the P wave. Okay, so let's focus on lead 2. Here we can see a clear cut P wave. One more here, it's inverted P, but there is a P wave for sure. Okay, now one more P wave here. Fine. Now let's see in lead V1. Okay, we can make out the P wave is here. Fine. So when P waves are present and rhythm is irregular, you have to focus on the P wave morphology. So if we see here the P wave here, then the next P wave, then the next P wave, then the next. If we have more than 2 morphologies of the P wave along with irregular rhythm, the diagnosis becomes as multifocal atrial tachycardia. Okay. So this was the one ECG with multifocal atrial tachycardia where the rhythm is irregular and P waves are present. Now let's go for the next ECG. Okay, let's focus on the first whether rhythm is regular or irregular. So we are going to go on the rhythm strip. Okay, so let's count from here R to here. So if we see it 1, 2, 3 and 4 it will cover. Then next we go 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then next we go 1, 2, 3 and 3 and half. Here 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. So here it was the interval was 4 large square becomes a little small, it's a 3 large square. So your rhythm is varying with the RR interval is varying, so rhythm is irregular, but it's not grossly irregular as we saw in the AF. Now our next step is to look for the P wave. So if we see for the P wave in lead 2, it's very clear cut P wave you can see here and lead V1. Okay, so whenever the P waves are present and rhythm is irregular, you have to see for the P wave morphology. If you compare the P wave morphology in the rhythm strip here, then next, it's almost the same morphology. Okay, so this is the ECG of sinus arrhythmia. This is a normal physiological phenomenon you can see. Fine. So now let's go for the next ECG. Now this rhythm, whether it's a regular or irregular. And if you see here, RR interval between this and this is around, the ECG is not clear, but you can say it might be covering mostly 2 to 3 large square. If you see from this R interval to here, it's more than 6 large square. If you go again here, again it's 2, but you can see here the RR is actually changing, but there is a regularity. Once small amplitude wave, then large, one small, then large. So there is a irregular rhythm but with some regularity. So this is regularly irregular rhythm, and we have complex of the two, so it is a bigeminy, which is mostly seen in the digoxin side effect. Now we'll go for the next ECG. Okay, so here if you see the question is same, is the rhythm regular or irregular? So let's focus on the rhythm strip. Okay, this is one R wave to the next R wave. The interval be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Around 6 large square we have. From next R wave 1, 2, 3. Then from next R wave 1, 2. So we can see that rhythm is irregular. Now we have to decide whether it's a regularly irregular or irregularly irregular. So we can see 1, 2 and 3 complex. Again 1, 2 and 3 complex. So these 3 complex are coming in the regularity but in a irregular rhythm. So this is the example of trigeminy. So with the rhythm we can decide whether the rhythm is regular or irregular. If irregular, you have to see whether rhythm is irregularly irregular or regularly irregular. If irregularly irregular rhythm you get, you are going to see for the P waves. If P waves are absent, your diagnosis is atrial fibrillation. If P waves are present, your diagnosis will be either multifocal atrial tachycardia, where the P wave morphology will vary, or the sinus arrhythmia, where the P wave morphology will be the same. If your rhythm is regularly irregular, you have to see what sets of voltages you are getting. If there are 2 R waves together, then the gap, it's a bigeminy. If there are 3 R waves together, then the gap, it's a trigeminy. Okay, so what we learned about the rhythm, the same thing. If RR interval is in the rhythm strip is constant, it's a regular. If it's varying, it's a irregular. If it's irregular rhythm, you are going to decide irregularly irregular or regularly irregular. And if it's irregular rhythm, look for the P wave in lead 2 and V1. And after that, if P wave is absent, it's atrial fibrillation. If it's present, it can be either multifocal atrial tachycardia or sinus arrhythmia, and if the rhythm is regularly irregular, it can be either bigeminy or trigeminy. Now this is the one viva which they ask commonly in your exam. Which are the causes of irregular rhythm? Your answer should be always logical, in logical sequence. Don't tell suddenly atrial fibrillation and stop your answer. Divide your rhythm. The irregular rhythm can be either irregularly regular or regularly irregular. If irregularly irregular, the most common cause will be always the atrial fibrillation. Other than that, we can give causes are atrial flutter or any supraventricular tachycardia with varying AV block, or sinus arrhythmia and multifocal atrial tachycardia. We have seen this example previously. Now, if the rhythm is regularly irregular, we have seen the example of ventricular bigeminy and ventricular trigeminy. So till now we are done with the rhythm. Our next step will be the how to decide rate in